Cheers!
Welcome back to Working on Exploring.
If you've been following our updates, you know that we landed in Idaho, southern Idaho, which is where we have some property, and we had quite a bit of work to do there, but we are done working and we are ready to hit the road again. We're going to head back to Wyoming.
Yeah, less work, more exploring.
So in this journey, we are actually heading back towards Wyoming. We are going to go explore an area called Granite Creek Road in the Bridger-Teton National Forest. In order to keep the drive simple, I broke it up into 2 days, and I'll make it nice and short for the driver. And we will be staying overnight in Idaho Falls at a Harvest Toast Day, which we haven't done very many of those, so we're looking forward to that, or at least I am. It's a brewery.
And a big, juicy
hamburger. Sounds great.
Yeah.
This is our Harvest Toast Day. We're Snow Eagle Brewing and Grill. And down the canal. And then our parking spot is right there. So that's where he told us to park. And that's what we're doing. We just downed some great burgers, right, honey?
Yes, we did.
Cheers!
We were headed into the Bridger-Teton National Forest looking for Granite Creek Road. Had a number of dispersed camping sites along it, and at the end there was a established campground and a concrete basin hot springs. And so once we hit the dirt road, which was not very smooth, evidently gets a lot of traffic to go into the hot springs.
Yes.
Our hunt was on to find the right spot for us.
We arrived yesterday here on a Monday and actually delayed our departure a couple days for any weekenders to clear out, so we were really hoping to score a dispersed camping site off of Granite Creek Road. Granite Creek is south of the Tetons in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and east of Alpine, Wyoming, and Hoback Junction area. This is just a really neat area. We're very happy with the site find. It's raining today, but we don't care. We are enjoying the view. One of the things we look for when we're hunting for dispersed camping is how far off the main road can we get. Now this is a little side trek down, not all the way to the river, it's above the river, but there's quite a bit of trees here, a lot of grassy area, and it feels secluded. We could see
This spot was really great for us because in addition to being 100 feet off the road, we had a great view of the Hoback River, and we had some good sight lines across the creek where there might be some wild animals to watch, and even on the near side there might be some to watch, and so we were well in our element.
It was raining during our stay. It was kind of off and on. So one afternoon before it was supposed to be raining hard that evening, we took off and decided to go explore the rest of the road because our campsite was about 4 or 5 miles down, and it was a 10-mile road. So we wanted to go see what the established campground looked like and what the hot springs setup was. So the established campground was some pull-throughs, but most of them were not pull-through sites. They were more parking sites or something smaller could fit in there. They did not overlook the river. Maybe one or two you could actually see the river. Most of them were a little bit off from the river and had quite a bit of tree coverage and a lot of grassy area. We met the camp hosts, or one of them, and they seemed very busy and diligent at cleaning up the campground. It was a really nice setup, and we thought this was one of the draws to the area. Was if we didn't like the dispersed areas or they were busy, we were sure we could find a spot in the campground and at least hang out there for a couple days. We moved on and we were headed to the hot springs pool, and we actually got surprised by a slight detour to something called a waterfall.
There was a nice little hidden fall, and it was almost, I kind of categorized it as a sideways waterfall, because the water kind of came across the entrance of the waterfall and then took a right turn where it came down. So it was very interesting, and it's very unusual in its nature.
Yeah, you never really saw the very top because it was kind of hidden behind the rock, and then it just kind of flowed right down at you. And it got windy up there too.
It did.
Took off to go find this hot springs pool and see what that's about, how much it cost, how warm is it. And we got there. There's parking, but you do need to walk a little ways to the actual pool area. You don't park right next to it.
Yeah, it's a couple 100 feet.
And one of the nice things about the parking area is there evidently was a guard dog. This shepherd was...
He knew where his limits were, and he stayed on the rooftop tent on the back of his pickup truck, and he didn't move from it. It was quite interesting.
Pool, we actually talked to the staff member at the pool. It is managed by the Forest Service, and the fee is a daily fee of $8 per person, and I believe children under 5 were free.
And it's a large concrete pool, so there's room for lots of folks.
Yes.
And it's, easy to get in and out, not where, no gravel around.
Yeah.
Nice place. We decided to explore a little branch off the main creek called Little Granite Creek, and it was a little bit of a backtrack and a passage through a big mud hole. It seems that both the entrances to these roads, there was substantial obstacles right at the beginning, which probably intimidated a number of people, but as soon as you were through those significant obstacles, the road was decent afterwards. It wasn't, the Little Granite Creek Road was pretty short. We found a couple of campers back there. It was scenic and nice. Not a lot of spots though, probably 3 or 4.
Right.
We need to go find a big water hole to drive through so we can wash up.
Something with a ford.
We're creeping up on a gopher. It's the only wildlife we're seeing today. Oh, he's not moving. There he goes.
Over his shoulder, where he's looking to the right now.
Well, we spent a couple days in the Granite Creek area. We really liked it. It was nice. I think that one of the downsides is there's quite a bit of traffic going to the hot tub, but the upsides is there's not a lot of the campsites are good. There was not a lot of people in the campsites. We didn't have any incidents with any of the people, and the weather was raining most of the time they were there, so it was just a nice quiet time.
Quiet being the key word.
Yeah, and the best part of camping there was we got to hang out in the camper together, staring lovingly into each other's eyes and playing cards.
Playing cards. He loved it because he beat me 3 times, or was it?
I won 3 out of 4.
You won 3 out of 4.
But in the next couple days, 2 days later, she beat me.
All right, well, from here, this is kind of a short video. From here, we are going to head north into the Granite-Teton National Park, looking to check out some various dispersed camping up there. We have stayed there 3 years ago in just one area, and I'm excited to go check out somewhere new.